Hi, I'm Ilya Bezeglov. I'm CEO and the founder of Blue Diamond Security Consulting Firm. And today, our presentation is going to be around stun guns, so called, or official name is Electronic Defensive Devices, EDD. Um, they came big time into law enforcement sphere of life in 2004, 2006. It was highly introduced in California and around the United States. They immediately became very popular because of their effectiveness and, in the sense of mindfulness, the possibility of serious injury is relatively low. And it does help in a lot of different ways to avoid the actual physical confrontation or prevent physical assault. Normally on the market today, and I'm not going to go into details of a specific manufacturer for proprietary reasons. I don't want to create any liability for my firm, just since we're not being endorsed by any specific company. So I don't want to promote specific company, or I want to criticize a specific company. We're just going to talk about the stun guns or EDDs in general, what they do and what they don't. And there's a lot of good information, and that's unfortunately there's a lot of snake oil about these devices. They myths, they legends. They actually don't do them. So on the market right now, there's typically two type of delivery of high voltage resolution that basically makes the stun guns or EDDs effective. One is it's going to be direct immediate contact. You basically need to use this device against the skin of the individual, or I mean, depending on the layers of clothing, it can be effective, it can be not, but effectively works on direct contact with skin of your opponent. And they come in magnitude of different shapes and forms. Some look like more of an impact weapon with a baton that could deliver a charge. A lot of them look like this. It's like you got like a little snake bite, little two spears or two tooths, um, just to penetrate the clothing and deliver the charge. And this one comes with about 250,000 volts, which is, again, it's not, it sounds very menacing. In reality, is volts is not as important as kilowatts or watts. That's what actually going to do a physical damage. Um, Rarely you can find that information when you're purchasing a device. They're all focusing on volts. They're trying to throw more and more volts, but it's watts that actually do damage it and can create some injuries. So the implementation of this device is very simple. They all have power buttons. You got the green light, you got the red button to deliver the charge, and upon the contact with the skin, you press, it delivers the charge. The second type, and let me put it on safety, is it can be done. So it delivers both. It delivers immediate contact to skin, or it uses projectiles. In this example, they already been discharged, and they normally go up to 16 feet, and they deliver the same two probes. Now it's kind of hard to see. We can get a little bit closer. Two metal probes. They got little spikes on them to penetrate the skin, and the charge being delivered through the probes on for the distance. They normally go a little offset, so the bigger the spread, the more effective the tool is going to be, because it's going to cover more geography of the human body. Uh, and normal distance, again, it goes anywhere between 4 to 6 feet to 12 to 16 feet. That's your effective distance of implementation of this device. Once the probes are delivered, the cartridge becomes basically useless. you can discard the cartridge, switch, and deliver your charge manually. Now it becomes your skin contact delivery system. What's good, bad, and indifferent between those two? Well, obviously, the one that delivers projectiles, you can engage your target from a distance, and you have a little bit more reaction time. You have a little bit more reaction time after delivery of the charge to escape the situation. With this one, you have to be pretty close to actually deliver. Um, but on the flip side, unfortunate side effect of projectiles, sometimes you accidentally can hit the target you don't intend to. Eyes, for example, is one of the things with those projectiles. You can cripple someone if you hit them in the eye, especially with electric charge. You can deliver more focused charge with with the skin contact. Normally, recommendation is you go for big muscle mass. They like chest, abdominal, neck is a great target for immediate impact weapons. Um, but on the flip side, because of the close contact, now you're taking more chances physical confrontations. Plus, because you don't have a big spread, this device can be less effective than projectile application. Um, as I say, they both can be very effective. Both can be very useful. Some of the myths and legends are that they are absolutely 100% proven devices. Nope. Since they were introduced 2004, 2006, I've been around these devices for more than 20 years. There was plenty of cases when they were not effective or efficient or didn't work at all. So just relying everything on just one device, that would not be my recommendation. It needs to be supplemented with self-defense techniques or other options. Um, as I say, I'm not promoting any specific manufacturer. If you're interested in more in-depth analysis, which device to purchase, which device would have the highest recommendations from my firm, then we can speak about, not on a public platform when I'm inherently dealing with proprietary rights. I can incur some liability. We can do it in a personal conversation in a Zoom meeting. I definitely have preferences. I definitely have recommendations. We'll just do it when time comes with the training. So the implementation of this direct impact, you guys saw. I'm not going to volunteer anybody to jack in with this, with the charge. Now let's go and use the dummy and see how projectile device works. So now we're going to do the practical exercise with the projectile delivery system. That's a normal cartridge that you see it's intact. Delivers those two probes. When you're loading up, one thing, the safety important, never keep your hand in front of it, because I've seen, unfortunately, accidental discharges. I mean, you're dealing with electricity, it's always possible, and accidentally those two probes end up in the operator's hand. You don't want that. So always keep that window open in a safe distance and a safe trajectory. So this is my grappling dummy. We beat him up quite often, so we're going to use this dummy to deliver the charge. Again, safety off. We're about 6 feet. That's your normal delivery distance. That you see that little laser? Almost all of them come up with this laser. They can aim. Just keep in mind the probe's going to go over and under the laser dot. Okay, that's you hear. That's your sound. The delivery system. Yes, the sound is quite loud, and the charge is being delivered. If it doesn't stop, what you need to do, just quickly discharge, go back, and now we're going to go with skin contact. If you missed or for whatever reason it was not effective, it's you saw before, it happens with even the most expensive delivery systems. Sometimes cartridges are being stored inappropriately or they being too old or whatever reason. It happens, so be ready that sometimes the incident happens when delivery didn't occur. Well, that's kind of conclude our presentation. That's literally two systems that in the market, as I say, they come with a different shape and forms and designs, but the like a meat and potatoes are all the same. It's either skin contact or it's going to be projectiles.